What do you want me to start?
I want you to start with how the company got its name. That's what they asked.
Okay, all right. Okay, so...
Should I say the name?
Just wait for it. So I'm taking my bow, right? And I'm feeling great. It was a great performance. I mean, closing night, boom. And I take my bow, and the next thing I know, boom! I'm out. That was the turning point of my life.
That's how, well, the turning point in my life.
Well, our life.
Our lives, the turning point of our lives.
And so that's how we got the name.
Curtain Down.
Repertory.
Players Repertory.
Players Repertory. I always forget the
forget
players,
the play.
right? But you like to play.
Curtain Down Players Repertory.
Yeah, CD,
CPR.
CPR. Oh yeah, Curtain Down, one word.
Curtain Down.
And so, I mean, that's really what solidified us together. And I always enjoy working with Jessica. I always enjoy working with Stephen. They pick good plays, and this is a great play.
Yeah. Well, this is going to open it's really our official opening of this season.
Really?
And it's called The Rat and the Skull, and it's an Irish play, which what do you? We got the green on, and it's an Irish play about really there was this thing in Ireland called the Troubles, and no one knows what they're doing. And trouble. You know, we got trouble.
Yeah, everybody got trouble.
Everybody's got trouble.
Right, so that's what this is.
And so that's what it is. I created my own method, and we're really going to put it to use when I direct this play.
Well, when we direct this play.
When I direct this play. Yeah,
Right,
that's what I said.
we.
Yeah, and it's going to be good. We're starting rehearsals real soon, tomorrow. All right?
Wait.
I'm very excited about the production, and I can't wait to be a part of it. And working with a company like Curtain Down is just a dream come true.
Alan McShoemaker.
Alan McShoemaker.
Yeah, I mean...
Alan McShoemaker is going to be in the show.
He's a natural.
Well, this is my first production with the Curtain Down Players, and I was working at my cobbler's factory down in down the north end of the state, and Stephen came up, and he had a pair of shoes that needed a bit of fixing, and so I fixed them for him because that's my job. And after I fixed it for him, he said, "Well, sir, Mister, you are." Quite a good-looking feller." And I said, "Oh, thank you very much." And he said, "Well, we're doing a play, and we're looking for someone to come in and play one of the roles." And he asked me if I'd be interested in coming in and playing one of the roles, and I said, "Well, I never done something like that."
We said, well, what do you do? You know?
Yeah, Mr. Alan McShoemaker, what do you do?
And he says, I'm not an actor.
No, he said, "I cobble."
Yeah.
I said, "What?" He said, "I cobble."
Yeah.
And so here we are, getting ready to start the rehearsals, but you know, work calls, you still got to keep going, so I just do this on a break, you know, when I'm not working one of the scenes. Doing an Irish play is very trickery because you have all of the kinds of lettered alphabet soup, they called it back in the days when FDR was around, but he was here in the Americas, you know, and but they called it the letters, which did the different steps of the initials of the different places. For instance, I have a line about the Royal Ulster Constabulary, Constabulary, and well, to a native speaker, we would just call it the RUC. RUC. What's a pirate's favourite letter? You think it'd be R, but it's the C. A little pirate humor for you. But, so you have to know the alphabet soup. Let me just put this down for a moment and pick up my script here. And
troubles, but everything is different. They're all the same, and so you have to delve into the history of Northern Ireland and all these people to see what they've been through. You have to know the terms. You have to know the difference between a nationalist and a loyalist. And if the actors do not know that, then they are not being factual, accurate. It's very difficult.
oh, here's a good joke that comes about later now. It's called the Royal Ulster Constabulary. And here he says, Roche says, he calls it the Royal Ugly Constabulary, which is a joke about it, you know.
In order to do any Irish play, you have to understand the history of Northern Ireland, Ireland, the Troubles, Ulster, the Red Hand of Ulster. What does it all mean? Even terms that aren't used in this play, Rat in the Skull, need to be understood. Where these people have been, what they have been through.
How is one supposed to know what one doesn't know? How is one supposed to understand the trials, tribulations, troubles of another people without having gone through what those other people have gone through? How does it happen where one must act?
We're gonna challenge ourselves. I mean, we thought, why not do something that we don't know much about?
Yeah, because how else are you going to learn if you do something that you already know?
Yeah.
I said this one, I don't even say the ABCs anymore because I already know.
Come on, what challenge is that?
What?
Holy moly, we can't even agree on a name for what we're fighting about. Let's talk about Natasha.
Oh, Natasha!
Yeah.
Oh, Natasha. Natasha is the greatest actress I've ever met in my whole life. Well, met.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's others that are better, but I never met them.
No, I mean, they're probably dead.
And so she's real good. We're real excited to work with her.
She's so good. What do? You tell them again. What do we do with her?
What do we do with her?
Yeah, who's she playing?
We put her in the lead-in role.
I was brought in to play Nelson.
Ulster, the 6 counties, the Northeast, the bloody North.
Because we said, Natasha, have you ever played a man? And she said, have I ever done a man? I said, no, have you ever played a man?
Yeah.
She says, yeah, I played a man and I've done a man. I said, no, have you ever acted as a man? She said, And she had to think about it real hard.
They said, have you ever played a man before? I said, no. It will be easy.
Well, I mean, she doesn't, you know. She didn't really do that because, you know, she's Russian. So.
Oh yeah, I was more like, oh.
I mean, yeah, that's that. See, you and your impressions. Spot on. Sorry.
And so anyway, Natasha is playing the leading role in The Rat in the Skull.
Mm-hmm.
And so, as you can see, I take myself down, I walk on this stage, and I show them you can be anybody you want in this business. This is why I do it. So,
Forget that for now. Let's just say I'm another brand of Irishman. Nelson is on vacation. Comes from vacation to talk to this man and say, what are you doing? And I don't know what you're doing, but I talk to him because he doesn't want to talk. And I say, you listen here, you toxic son of a bitch. Forget that for now. Let's just say I'm another brand of Irishman. I do not understand this. Ulster, the 6 counties, the Northeast, the bloody North. I do not understand these terms. I do not understand what I'm saying. No one has ever seen it like this. Right?
I haven't.
Right? How can I understand, play character, do anything, act, if I do not understand what these things mean? Are these locations? Are these jokes? Are these... what? Tell me. I do not understand. Please help, anyone.
Natasha, look, listen to me. It's very simple. You're making a big trouble out of nothing. Now, what are you saying here? Everybody's talking about the same place.
This is what all these names mean.
They all mean one place. They
One
all
place.
mean just Ulster. Yeah, but everybody calls it a different thing. Now, you are calling it Ulster.
I'm calling it lots of things.
Yes, well, but that's the joke you're saying. But
I'm not a real actor. I'm just a shoemaker. But I do my best. And,
saying the whole point of the whole troubles is that we can't even agree on a name for what we're fighting about. So it's everything. So you just think of it as saying, you know, it would be as if you couldn't think of a name for your country, and everybody called it something different, but it's the same place.
It's called Russia.
Yes, but some people call it the Soviet Union.
It's a difficult play.
What is this importance of having different names? What does naming matter to this?
The names are based on the different types of the people. So the loyalists call it one thing, the nationalists call it another, and
What am I?
you're loyalist.
With this Nielsen's loyalist.
You're loyalist.
This is great.
You're loyalist, and so you're calling it Ulster.
I call it Ulster.
Yes, so why are we waiting? Can we just go on so I can get to my scene?
Let's go. Holy moly. I call it Ulster.
Holy moly.
Holy moly. Thank you.
Sometimes they let me come to the rehearsals too, but not this one. They're pretty strict about it. It's a closed door process until opening night. Nobody's allowed to see. I think it's because there's some tension in the rehearsal. Everybody seems to be running a little bit of amok, but amok. You know what they say.
Why are we doing this play if we can't get the jokes? Why are we here in America doing a play about an Englishman who can't get an Irishman's jokes? We should just be doing Private Lives, or Our Town, or Oedipus. People get Oedipus, they know what that's about. They don't understand Irish jokes about the Protestants and Catholics. You know what I'm saying?
But the most exciting thing is that this is in the 90s. Well, really, in the 80s. The first staging was 84. And so the excitement of getting the accuracy of police uniforms and London civilian clothes in the 80s, we haven't done anything like it.
And you also have to understand the differences between a police force in America, where we are, and the police force in London, where the play takes place, a police force or paramilitary group in Northern Ireland.
Police uniforms, right? We don't want them to look the same, right? They're not American. They have to be from London. And I've never been to London. And so I said, maybe, Jessica, maybe I can go to London, right? And they said, we don't have the budget for that.
Well, we don't have any money.
No, we have money, okay? Let me make that clear. We have money.
We don't have talent. I mean, no, we do have talent. We don't have money.
We've got a lot of talent, no money. There it is.
I mean, wait. It's so confusing.
So, yeah.
So I went to the local pub and I had I think they called it a pint, and I had 2 pints, and I had 3 pints, and I had 4 pints, and that didn't help my research any. So I stumbled home, and I fell on the way there in some garbage bags, and I said, you know what? Garbage bags, right? London, it can be a dirty place, and so if we're going for dirt, we're going for sleazy and villains, and this Roche guy, he is dirty, and he's about to do this awful thing, and they catch him. You know, he's dirty. We've got to get the dirt, and we've got to get the grunge of London, and so that's where I'm going right now. And
They didn't touch me, though, right? They didn't touch me until the end, and then they did. And I said, hit me, right? If those are my pictures, if those pictures are my face, bloody and bruised, I said, yeah, hit me. That's not real if you put makeup on my face.
we see the shots of the bloody Roche, the dirty, bloody, bruised and broken and stepped on Roche. Oh, and the makeup has to be right for these photographs. I mean, we can't Photoshop that.
So I said, hit me.
He said, just hit me.
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 Just hit me and make it real bloody. And I said, no.
And they wouldn't. They put makeup on my face.
This is acting for a reason, and so we've got to use the proper techniques. We need to use purples, we need to use blacks, and make the bruising look real. We can't have this amateur crap, because it has to be...
And I said, makeup comes from processing and animals and testing. That's not cool, man. I'm not down with it. But they did it anyways, or I was gonna be fired, and I can't go back to unemployment again, man.
And the garbage bags, and the sheep, oh, everywhere, just wool everywhere. And we might not even put it on the men's uniforms, or we might just have sheepskin everywhere. And you'll smell it. You'll smell it when you're watching this production. You will smell it, and it'll make you feel like a sheep, a soup. Oh, it'll fill you in, and it'll fill you out.
The rehearsal process has been fraught. They decided to follow the script in which Naylor leaves the room to fetch the tea. I said, are you out of your mind? Are you shitting me? Are you fucking me? Out of here. Me. You know, I said, are you doing that to me? I said, you can't take my stage time off just because that's what the playwright, Mr. Hutchinson, says. No. Who is this hack? So, we've added the tap sequence. Well, we've taken the taps off my shoes. I didn't want to upstage everyone with my incredible skills. Cup of tea, 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 cup of tea. Cup of tea, 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 cup of tea. Cup of tea! Cup of tea!
And this guy's like a caged animal. He's trapped and he can't talk. And so he can't get out. He's stuck. He's stuck. And that's what it's about, man. It's like, despite all my rage, I am still just a rat in the skull. Right? Music, man.
Hard man, soft man, like a smack in the gob, son. Like, I don't want to say that, man, this next thing.
It's a cigarette. It's just a cigarette. Language is tricky.
Like a fag, or, oh, I just feel like I'm calling him a name.
No. It's like saying, you know, do you like a ciggy?
So can I do that when I say it?
Absolutely.
Okay. Like a fag or a woman.
No. How am I supposed to work with amateur actors?
Man, that's what Roche is doing. He's saying, no, man, I'm not gonna deal with what you give me. I'm putting it all to the side.
I've played many roles.
And I am saying no more. I'm tapping into nature, and I'm saying no. I'm putting my feet in the roots of this earth.
This production is the fourth production of this production I've been a part of the producing of, and I've now played all four roles. No one knows what they're doing. They don't know the terms. I don't understand any of the terms. They haven't memorized their lines. They don't utilize the dramaturg at all. And I do. I say, what is this word? And they explain it. I don't understand any of it. Tiggs, Queen, Royal Wedding, Sam the Policeman, Orange Hall, UDR, Battle of the Boyne, Shaky Sam, Billy, Orangeman, Loyalist, Ulster Defence Regiment, the 12th, Red Hand of Ulster, Prods, Republican Catholic, Orangeman, Bigot, Bus, Bomb, Supermarket, China,
10-foot painting.
Robert, did you read the informational packet that I sent you?
What
the,
packet?
The entire cast received an informational packet of all the terms and what they mean.
No.
Let's start with tags, or
Yes.
tigs.
Like
It
Tigger.
It is like a curse word. It is a dirty word for a Republican.
Like Trump.
Sure. Or asshole. Wonderful. Let's move on to Charlie. Di. Princess Diana.
Oh, yes, there was a car crash.
Yes, the car crash. If you are a member of the Orange Order, you are an Orangeman.
Now, are they like the Oompa Loompas?
No.
Oh.
They wear orange sashes and bowler hats. They have parades. They are generally tied with the upperclassmen Protestant men.
Oh.
Yes, and it is confusing whether they are pro-Protestant or anti-Catholic. But they started the order to celebrate the victory of the Protestants over the Catholics. Does that make sense?
No.
The Battle of the Boyne was a battle.
Bigot.
Bigot.
Yes.
When you don't like someone from another religion or from another culture or anything that you don't like, and you speak out against them, and the only reason you do not like them is because they're different.
Well, I don't like waffles.
Well, then you could be considered a bigot, a waffle bigot. 6-footers.
6 foot.
Yeah.
Tall. Just a tall man.
Wonderful. Hand. The red hand of Ulster.
Yes.
Yes. Is red because the red symbolizes blood. The man cut his hand off, and he threw it at the land, because the rule was whoever touched the land first would rule it. And so this man cut off his hand and threw his hand at the land. Hand at the land. Do you understand? Wonderful. And therefore, he would rule it.
So it's a symbol.
Yes.
Why didn't you just say that?
You know the word symbol. The term prods is short for Protestant.
Yes, sort of like when you prod them.
Wonderful. But Protestant. UDR, as you can see, is spelled out
Uder.
for you earlier. Ulster Defense Regiment.
Yes.
Paramilitary group.
It's the IRA. Real IRA. The provisional IRA.
Yes, many spawn-offs. Or
spawn-offs.
splinter groups, as
Splinter
you would call
groups.
them. Wonderful, you know splinter groups.
Yes. Donatello, Michelangelo, Splinter.
Holy Terror Sam, Commander-in-Chief, Red Hand of Ulster Counter-Terror Suicide Battalion. This would be someone who belongs to a paramilitary group, who goes out on raids to find supporters of the nationalists, the Republicans, Catholics. And as we know, or should know, from the informational packet, that many civilians were killed in these raids.
Did everyone get a packet?
T.
Tay.
T.
Tay.
T.
Tay.
It means tea.
Well, why don't they just say tea?
They say tay.
Oh.
But it's an
Cup of tea.
Your mother must have been a wonderful woman.
And so it's a difficult character because I am constantly putting down this man. I am constantly putting down this man. I have no friends. This is very much unlike life. I have many followers. I'm a star.
Natasha knows none of her lines. And frankly, I don't think she looks like much of a man. I wouldn't have thought you fellas drew leave.
We get away now and
You know,
then.
you're not really looking like a fella. Would you, spread your legs or something? You're playing a man. Yes, good. Sorry for overstepping, Jesse.
I'm using some of this because we're going for a really grunge feel. I mean, just dirty. And I like the feeling of garbage bags, and I don't know if the colors are right yet because I'm still doing my research.
So what I do is I go onto the Google search and I find a picture of whatever the play is in the title, whatever's in the title of the play, and then I just put it on a piece of paper. I was thinking about using it in the poster, but I'm not sure. Right now we have a little rat. He's waving because we don't want to scare anybody away. Because we're the publicity department and we want people to come to the play and not go away.
Me! Me!
Here we are, opening night. We figured it all out.
Yeah.
It's just a black void, but pretty soon it's going to be the rat is going to be right in the skull.
Right there.
Truth be told,
It was more difficult than it seemed.
Not an easy task.
Okay, I mean, you think no big deal, Irish play, whatever. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of things that we figured out. The actors figured it out, I mean, Gregory, he knew it. He knew everything.
But really what we should have done is not done a play that we didn't know anything about. We could have worked to learn the things that we achieved.
Yeah, like, what all the words mean. We had a lot of troubles with the troubles.
I simply can't go on.
But we're happy we had them.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're happy that they had them.
I won't go on.
No, of
But
course
we
not.
are happy that we
Figured
got
it
some
out.
ideas
That's the
out
whole
of it.
thing.
I shan't go on.
That's the whole point.
Argument.
And
It's an argument that everyone should have.
I think we got some good stuff.
Places.
So this is opening night.
I'm on my way.
We're so excited.
Right here, right on this stage. It's gonna happen. We're gonna all these pieces. It's gonna be
I
filled with
mean,
people.
I don't know, I was so excited I forgot my watch in my other pants. And so I don't know when we open, but pretty soon I think we're gonna open house.
The people